Let's hit the field.
It is Saturday, May 24th, and it was Game 2 of a 3-game set between the Yankees and the Rockies. Max Fried was on the mound, looking to play stopper after a tough loss on Friday night. My recap, your reactions coming up next. This is Pinstripe Territory.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
All right. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. That was the good old-fashioned passionate ass whooping that we were hoping the Yankees would have handed out yesterday. So a day late, but we got the beatdown we were expecting, and hopefully we hand out another one tomorrow. Losing a game to the Rockies, I tweeted this morning, feels like losing 5 in a row to a normal team. Today, much more what we expected. Yankees demolished the Rockies 13-1, 10 runs in the 5th inning for the Yankees today. Smashing the baseball. Every Yankee in the starting lineup had at least 2 hits. The Yankees had 21 hits in the game, and they win their 31st game of the season. Max Fried is now 7-0 on the year. I'll spotlight him in a little bit, but he threw 7 1/3 innings, allowed just 1 run, 7 strikeouts, his ERA 1.29. He was phenomenal. Judge went deep again. He has 18. He has retaken the Major League lead from Shohei Ohtani. I said I want him to hit 4 in the series. He's halfway there. Paul Goldschmidt, Goldie Knox, had another good day. Multi-hit game. He was 3 for 4. He's still hitting .344 with an .891 OPS. And he's having that kind of year where, you don't necessarily think that he's going to slow down, right? I mean, he's done this type of thing before. He might hit .315 or .320. I don't know. He might not hit .350 for the year. But he's been extremely productive. And today, not only the multi-hit game, nice play at first base. He stole a bag. He's just a complete player. I love watching the guy. He is hitting over 500 against lefties this year. The last number I saw came from Jack Curry about midway through the game, and it was 561 he was hitting against lefties. That, my friends, is just patently absurd. That is just absurd. 561 through 50 games, 51 now. Wells had a good day. Grisham had a double. He also banged into a couple of double plays. He's cooled off a little bit. I think it's worth noting that Grisham has cooled off a little bit. I'll be interested to see if they start just kind of weaning him out of getting all the at-bats he's been getting, or if they believe in the guy that, was so hot to start the season and they think they can get him back. We'll see. Tomorrow we get the rubber game, and hopefully the Yankees will take 2 out of 3. And again, they need to. I mean, you can't lose 2 out of 3 to the Rockies.
All right, let's go. Let's get it going.
All right, so we are going to waste no time. Let's go ahead and get through the recap. Yankees wasted no time. Aaron Judge right away. Oppo Boppo, 405 feet. Home run number 18 on the year. I'm going to do a little spotlight on Aaron Judge in just a minute. He's pretty good, guys. I'm starting to think this Aaron Judge might pan out. Offense was great today, but a little sluggish out of the gate. They banged into double plays in each of the first 2 innings. Rockies actually tied it up in the 4th inning on a 2-out triple. And I thought, oh, no, please don't let this be happening. But luckily, they came right back. They answered right back. Line drive single from Austin Wells. Booming double off the left field wall by Oswald Peraza. That kind of started the merry-go-round. After that, the Rockies became the Rockies. Their defense fell apart. And the Yankees, they tacked on a couple of sac flies. Wells ripped a double in the gap. Grisham hit one off the wall. Before you knew it, 10 runs were in the inning, and it was 11-1. The game was pretty much over at that point. Jasson Dominguez had a good day from the right side of the plate. We'll talk about him more in just a little bit, but this is one of those days where you get to pad the right-handed numbers a little bit, pad the numbers overall. His OPS up to 777, so a little slot machine action there. But the Yankees hang on to win a nail-biter. Volpe also deserves mentioning. 3 for 6 today with a double, couple of ribbies. Outstanding performance from Max Fried. We had 3 hits from Bellinger, including a double and a triple. And, Escara came in to play first base. He picked up a base knock. You had Reyes with a double, his first double of the year. The offense just went berserk today. And they win, going away, 13-1.
Ball game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Okay, I actually love this comment because it's kind of like a double entendre. Javi Esco says, Supermax locks him down. I love that. That is a great... Let's put that on a t-shirt. Val in NY says, that's the run production we expected against a putrid team. Yeah, maybe they were jet lagged yesterday. I don't know. I don't know what the story was. I mean, they didn't have a day off between their series with the Rangers and then coming to play the Rockies last night. So, I mean, maybe they're jet lagged. Who knows? Maybe it's just adjusting to the air. I've heard a lot of stories about how when people get to Colorado the first day, I mean, you're so high up and the oxygen is a little, the air's a little thinner. You don't maybe get as much oxygen. I don't know. I've heard people have trouble adjusting. So, maybe that's it. But today was much more what we're used to, and they demolished the baseball. We got to hand out the belt. What do you say, Max Fried? And with that, we have breaking news. Max Fried, now your leader in the clubhouse with 5 belts on the year. Aaron Judge at 4.5 because he split one. Rodon hanging in there at 4. Grisham has 3. Dominguez has 3. Ben Rice with 2.5. Will Warren has 2. Jazz has 1. A bunch of others. Cabrera has 1. He's probably not going to get another one this year with that ankle. Carrasco, not even on the team. Escara has 1. Wells has 1. Goldie, Bellinger. But, Max Fried is your leader in the clubhouse. And with that, let's move on to Max, who was phenomenal. 7 1/3 innings. He probably could have completed the game, if you're being honest. 83 pitches in 7 1/3 innings. He was extremely, extremely efficient, and 57 strikes. So a high percentage of his pitches were strikes. He had 12 whiffs today. Max velo was 97.6. ERA and WHIP both held to where it was before the game. They were both, one was 1.29, the WHIP was 0.93, and they both stayed the same. He promptly gave up a base hit to lead off the game, but then picked the runner off. Same story in the 3rd inning, gave up a single and then another pickoff. I've said it before, and I'll say it again. He's got the best pickoff move for a Yankee since Andy Pettitte. And here's what makes it lethal. He lifts his leg like he's going home, but then he snaps his head towards home plate sharply. And as a base runner, you're taught to watch the front knee, right, or the front hip. Henderson used to say he'd watch the elbows, but most of the time you're taught to watch the front knee, and if it goes towards home plate, then you can extend your lead or take off. Well, what Max Fried does is he makes eye contact, right? Basic human instinct, it locks onto faces, right? When we're babies, we learn to look at faces, right? We see. Have you ever heard of this thing called pareidolia, or pareidolia, I think it's called, where we see faces where there aren't really faces, right? You see a dresser and it's got a couple of handles and then there's a crack in the wood and it looks like a face. Refrigerator has whatever. We see faces, and as a human, it's very difficult to not look at somebody if they make eye contact with you. So what I was watching him today, what he does, he'll stare at the runner. He'll just look at him, and if the runner looks at you, and he senses, okay, he's not looking at my knee anymore, well, then he'll go home, or he'll act like he's going home. He'll snap his head towards home. The runner gets the extra step, and he fires over. So if you're not completely locked in, and you just allow yourself to look at him in the face and make eye contact, he's got you right where he wants you. It's like a Venus flytrap, man. So he waits for his moment, runner makes contact, snaps his head, and bam, game over. It's actually really brilliant, and he's got human psychology on his side. I don't know if he does that on purpose, but it works. 83 pitches, 57 strikes, like I said. Phenomenal ratio. Really good day for Max Fried. Anyway, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. So, all right, let's move on to Aaron Judge. He has homered in back-to-back games. He now leads the league in home runs again. I wanted him to hit 4 in the series, and he's got to get 2 tomorrow to do it. That'll get him up to 20. I think he will, either way, get to 20 on this trip. He hits pretty well in Anaheim, where the Yankees are headed tomorrow, to play the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim of Los Angeles County, or Orange County of Earth of California. or whatever their name is these days. But he hits well there, so if he doesn't get it here, I expect him to get it there. I'm also looking forward to seeing how he performs against the Dodgers after that tough World Series. Maybe he's got a chip on his shoulder. Just stay away from that right field wall. He leads the league in batting average. He leads the major leagues in hits. He's reaching base in almost half of his plate appearances. I mean, he's got Bonesian numbers, and Bonds never even hit this high. You know, he's hitting baseballs into other time zones. 400 feet the opposite way today like it was nothing. 46 ribbies. It's still May. This isn't MVP chatter. I mean, and the MVP has kind of become a given for him. This is, are we watching the best version of Aaron Judge ever? And as Francis Healy points out, we might get the Cy Young and the MVP and maybe the Rookie of the Year if Jasson, turns it up a little bit. But, I mean, he has been phenomenal. We see the 400-foot home runs or 450-foot home runs, and we just shrug. We're just used to it. That's how spoiled we are. I just wanted to take a minute to appreciate this guy and what he's doing. The Martian, as I mentioned, picked up a couple of hits today from the right side. He also had a walk. I think he's improving as a right-handed hitter. I think he's improving as an outfielder. The question for him, though, has been, can he hit lefties? Because from the left side of the plate against righties, he has shown that he is special. But if he figures it out from both sides, then you stop talking about tools and you stop talking about potential and you start talking about production. Through 51 games, 247 with 6 home runs and 777 OPS. It's not elite, but it's serviceable, especially for a 22-year-old. And when you pair that with a 345 on-base percentage and elite base running, that's a guy I don't think needs to be platooned. I mean, as a right-handed hitter, he is hitting the ball harder. And it began just before he hit that big home run in Oakland from the right side. He started hitting the ball harder. And now it seemed like today he had really good swings. I know it's the Rockies, but these are still major league pitchers, and the fact that he is, improving so rapidly, I find really encouraging. Today he was the DH, but, in the outfield, I think he's getting better reads, and the 2 hits in the walk today won't make headlines, but it tells us something. The Martian is learning, and once he fully arrives, he's going to be a problem. He is going to be a problem for the league, not for the Yankees. It can be a good problem for the Yankees. All right, ladies and gentlemen, quick word from the Hall of Fame app, then back with a couple of voicemails. We have all seen it happen. Someone is one leg away from hitting a massive parlay. Thousands of dollars on the line, and then boom, an unexpected strikeout or garbage time bucket ruins everything. That's the pain of betting on gut feelings. But now there is a smarter way. The Hall of Fame app is built by lifelong fans who also happen to be Ivy League data nerds. It gives you a serious edge. Historical matchup data, leg correction tools, player performance insights, and real-time odds. No more guessing. With a 4.9 App Store rating and over 6,000 5-star reviews, Hall of Fame is already helping thousands of bettors win smarter and not just more often, but more strategically. Right now, our listeners get a 7-day free trial and 50% off your first month when you use the code STRIPE. Download the Hall of Fame app on iOS or Android, enter the code STRIPE, and stop leaving money on the table. All right. So we just talked about Jasson. Let's play a call.
So refreshing to see us bounce back and to see Dominguez get 2 hits and a sac fly from the right side. I know it's Colorado, but man, and Volpe could learn a lot from DJ if DJ stays healthy. All right, brother. Bye.
Appreciate the call. Volpe actually had a decent day. I don't want to rag on Volpe. He went 3 for 6. He's got a 757 OPS. I don't know why everybody's so down on him. To me, I just look at it as we hoped that he would be a superstar because we always hope every prospect will be a superstar. It's clear that he's not. But he's an average to slightly above average player. Good defender, in my opinion. I got no problems with Volpe. He's not the problem. LeMahieu had 3 hits today. He's hitting 269 with a 730 OPS. Hey, look, he's had a lot of hits in that ballpark. He's played there a long time. He's obviously comfortable at second base there, too. And he looked very comfortable today. Multi-hit game for Wells. He's up to 209 on the season. Let's just take a look at the box score because this is a fun box score to look at. You see 21 hits for the Yankees, 3 hits for Goldschmidt, a hit for Escara, 1 hit for Grisham, 1 hit for Judge, 1 hit for Reyes, 3 hits for Bellinger, 3 for Volpe, 2 for Dominguez, 3 for LeMahieu, 2 for Wells, and 1 for Peraza. Peraza still struggling offensively at the numbers. 176 with a 591 OPS. Take a look at his numbers. I mean, 2 home runs, 9 RBIs. Just not going to cut it offensively. Last 15 games, 138. And that's with hits the last couple of days. On the 22nd, he was 1 for 3 against Texas, and then today 1 for 4. So he has not been great. Last 30 games, 164 average. You got to wonder if this guy just not going to hit major league pitching. So anyway, that's where we're at. Here's Tabor Talk.
Hey, Derek, how are you? This is Tabor Talk from the Catskills. Happy Memorial Day, by the way. So how great is Max Fried, right? He just picked off, who was that guy? Shunk? I don't even know who he is. Aaron Shunk? This is the second guy. We're in the third inning. His pickoff, his move is as good as Andy Pettitte, right? That's who they're comparing him to. I mean, this is unbelievable. Max Fried, who would have ever thought that Max Fried, he's 6-0, coming into the game, 1.29 ERA, his whip, 0.93. I mean, he's just incredible. Right now, he's the best pitcher in baseball. That's all there is to it. Just incredible. Is anyone missing Juan Soto? Because he wouldn't have had Max Fried or Paul Goldschmidt or Cody Bellinger or even Evan Williams has been pitching well. The plan B, I mean, anyone miss Juan Soto? Okay. Yanks are up 1-0. Boy.
All right, my friend. Appreciate it. Yeah. It's funny. I feel like we're going to keep coming back to Juan Soto all year long. I mean, and that's how big an impact that offseason had. I mean, it's the difference, I think, between, being kind of maybe like a 500 team and being where we're at now. I think even with Juan Soto, this team is not better than what they're playing right now because we wouldn't have had Max Fried, who's been lights out. And when you consider that we lost Garrett Cole and we probably wouldn't have ponied up for Bellinger. Now, maybe Ben Rice is playing first base and having huge numbers, but I don't think that it would be better him full time than the combination of him and Bellinger and Goldschmidt have been. And then Bellinger been playing great. We wouldn't have got him if we re-signed Soto. I think as John Sterling said on his show the other day, it was blessing in disguise. And I said it when the bidding got up to $600 million. I said, spread the money around. You're way better off getting multiple players, even if a couple of them are on short-term deals, like Goldschmidt and Bellinger, than 15 years of that contract to $50 million. And, there's a little bit of there's a little piece inside of me that's happy to see him struggling. Whatever. But whatever. All right. So let's see here. Zuzu Boy says, I think we're a 500 team with Soto. Yeah, I agree. I think Max Fried has been that much of a difference maker. Now 7-0 on the season. One of the best starts that we'll see. Mirkwood Studios says, Volpe heating up? I hope so. I mean, it could be just a product of playing the Rockies, And Zuzu Boy also pointing out the Soto's at 236? That can't be right. Let me double check. We're going to verify this. We're going to double check his numbers because I don't believe that he's actually hitting 236 on the season. Well, I'll be a monkey's uncle, or whatever the phrase is. 236 average, 8 home runs, 21 RBIs, 369 on base percentage, 787 OPS. His OPS is barely higher than Jasson Dominguez. Wow. He's really having a bad year. For $51 million, if I were a Mets fan, I'd be pissed. And people are going to say, oh, why are you still talking about Juan Soto? Hey, somebody in the comments in the voicemail brought him up. So, I go where the audience leads. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call it a day. We've got a movie tonight. We're going to watch Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. I'm excited for that. My wife is cooking me a birthday pizza right now. Tomorrow's my birthday, but We're celebrating tonight with some pizza. I haven't had pizza in a long time, so we're having a little homemade pizza action. It's going to be fun. But thanks for watching. Visit NYYDesigns.shop. Check out your Yankees merch, and I'll see you next time. Hey, while I've got you here, be sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Pinstripe Territory is the official Yankees podcast of the Foul Territory Network. We are home to the #1 most watched MLB postgame show on YouTube since 2021. We're here after every Yankees game and for reactions to all the best news and rumors during the offseason. Be a part of the show by calling into the voicemail 718-899-1068. Try to keep it clean for me. And if you ever miss us on YouTube, be sure and subscribe on all your favorite podcast platforms. Go ahead and rate us 5 stars. It'll help other people find the show. Thanks for watching. See ya.